Storm Track 5 weather forecast. Now, meteorologist Ricky Matthews.
Well, good Sunday morning, everybody. Hopefully, if you're heading out this morning, you feel pretty comfortable because the temperatures are pretty nice this morning. We're sitting in the 60s in most spots. North state of Franklin camera from our WeatherBug camera network showing the bright sunshine out there and around 66 degrees this morning with some calm winds. Dew point a little bit high though, and our temperatures, they're already decently high, and they're going to be even higher this afternoon. 66 in Wise, 66 in Jonesville, lots of 66s on the board over in Abingdon as well, and 65 in Marion this morning. I mentioned the dew points though, and our moisture level out there. It's already up to 66 in Wise and 64 in the Tri-Cities, and when you combine the two together, it makes it feel a little bit muggy out there, and we're going to be up towards the uncomfortable level again today as our dew points stick around 65 degrees. So the heat's going to continue, and with the heat, we will have a little bit of moisture around with the dew points being high. That'll give us a chance for a few isolated showers or storms, mainly in the afternoon, and be alert for a downpour if you get caught underneath one of those because the rain could be kind of heavy from time to time. And we're also watching the tropics because that could bring some more rain for us. This is the current setup. Got a big dome of high pressure over the southeast coast, and that's helping to pump all the warm air up into our region. We've got southwest flow that helps bring the moisture up into our area as well. And with that, we're going to be watching the tropics down to the south because here's an area of disturbed weather down towards the Yucatan Peninsula, and over the next couple of days, this has the potential to develop. This is what we call Invest 91L. It's got a 60% chance of development right now, and it's being sheared a little bit. That's why it looks kind of weird for a tropical cyclone. The wind shear is actually pushing it to the side, so it's not letting it develop too well, but the water temperatures across the Gulf of Mexico really warm, and it will be able to develop if it gets its act together. And where would it go if it did develop? Well, most of the models keep it pretty weak, but do track it towards Texas, and they don't really need the rain, but they may get a little bit more of it, and then it starts to curve a little bit the northeast. And with that curve of the northeast, we could see some heavier rain later in the week from this system. We'll have to keep watching that over the next couple of days, and of course, we'll have all the details later in the week if that tropical threat becomes a reality. Closer to home today, let's look at our temperatures and radar throughout the day. 81 in the Tri-Cities as we go towards noon, and then as we go into the afternoon, a few showers and storms develop. I think this may be overdoing it a little bit in terms of coverage, but just be aware that we could have a few scattered showers and storms throughout the day. Temperatures cool down wherever you get rain this afternoon, but once the sun comes back out, they quickly warm back up into the 80s, upper 80s for highs this afternoon. Cooling down in the 60s tonight, but 80s to low 90s tomorrow across the area. Really warm day with a few more scattered showers and storms possible in the afternoon. Your severe threat tracker is going to stay in the low to medium category for the next couple of days and slightly higher on Tuesday with a stronger storm possible in the afternoon as a little bit more instability moves into our area. That helps the storms get a little bit stronger. High temperature today around 89 this afternoon. This evening we're going to cool down generally into I think the lower 80s. I think the temperatures will generally be around 83. Across the whole area today, I think we're going to be in the upper 80s, around 87 to 89, and then forecast lows for night generally in the 60s. Your 7-day forecast, let's check out those first 3 days. 89 for today and then 90s after that. And then as we go through the next 4 days after that, temperatures generally stay around 90, around 89 or so as we go later into the week with a better chance of rain developing later in the week as well. I think for the most part, you know, if you just dodge the rain showers a day, for those small areas that get it, you'll be perfectly fine. Enjoy the heat.
Well, it did not wash out. We had baseball yesterday, and while the storms came in, they were quick to go out, so, and then it became sunny again. So we're hoping for the same thing today. All right, Ricky, we'll check back. Some independent